Hey, Stevie Dubs, what's up, buddy? Hey, Christy, you right behind Steve. Good to see y'all this evening. Prince Charming, what's up? Hey, Miss Sarah, hope you and John are having a beautiful, beautiful day. Hey, Miss D, hope you're having a good day. Give just a few minutes for everybody coming on here. Hey, Cousin Deborah, I hope you're doing good up there in Piedmont. Hey, there's Miss Wilma. Hey, Miss Wilma, yeah, it's beautiful. Sweet Home, Alabama, right here. Beautiful evening. We'll give just a minute or two. Hey, Lori, hope you doing good. And keeping old Biscuit full. I know he's probably hungry. He's ready for supper. Hey, Misty, Kyle, David, and the kids. Hope y'all are doing well and having a beautiful day. Miss Linda, I hope you and Roger are having a great day. There's Caitlin checking in on me. Hey, Carrie, hope you're having a good day, enjoying this beautiful weather. It's going to take just a few minutes for give folks a minute or two to come on. Hey, Cindy, hope you and your family are doing well. My good buddy Patrick in Camden. Hey, Miss Vicki Blanton, hope you're doing good today. Thank you for checking in with us tonight. There's Mom-in-law making sure we're on target. Good to let's see here. Yeah, everybody, yeah, y'all take a minute, say hello, share your prayer requests, praise reports, anything good happened today. We can celebrate with you, that'd be great. Any prayer requests you have that you don't mind sharing with us, we'd be honored to pray with you and pray alongside you. We'll give just a few minutes here. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Sunshine. Come on a little bit early this evening. I got all kind of things going on. So anyhow, just wanted to get some very important information out there to you. Okay, what are you doing, Laura? You waving at me? I don't understand all this stuff yet. I'm still learning all these emojis. That's what my girls told me they're calling emojis. All right. We'll give just a few more seconds, maybe 15, 20, 30 seconds or so, and then we'll dive right in. Of course, this will be recorded, be available, done also on FB and also on our YouTube channel, and we're going to have all kinds of good stuff out there. Indeed, that is the way. All right, good. Thank you, Lori. All right. We'll wait just another few seconds, and I do appreciate y'all checking in with us and being here with us on this Thursday evening. Hey, Miss Nell, hope you and Dillard are doing well. Good to see you, and thank you for checking in with us. Marlon Kemp, Barbara's brother, pray for Marlon. He needs our prayers tonight. Thank you for sharing that with us, Carol. Anybody else before we dive in? All right, guys. Thank you so much for getting on with us here this evening. Several things, some important stuff we need to talk to you about that we've been looking forward to sharing with you. I do want to remind you, first of all, I want to thank you for all of you who have responded to our survey of service times and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you for getting those cards back to us, and thank you for signing up online or the website or here on Facebook. If you still haven't done that, or you know somebody that has it, please encourage them to do so, because it will help us make the very best preparations possible for return to in-person worship. So do that. I do want to remind you that the remainder of this week through Thursday, our office is open from 9 to 1 as we're just going through the reopening process. And then, of course, I'll share with you in a minute, that's going to change next week as we get closer to getting things back where they need to be. Hey, y'all know one of my favorite passages in the book of the Psalms is the 40th Psalm and those first 3 verses. And I think it's very applicable to what we're been going through and what we're looking to see God accomplish through us in and on the other side of this pandemic. David said this, he said, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me. He heard my cry, and he brought me also up out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet on a rock and established my steps. He's put a new song in my mouth, praise to our God. Many will see it in fear and will trust in the Lord. If we've learned anything during this time, we've learned something about patient waiting. So I do appreciate all of you and your patience that you've had with us as we've been preparing and getting ready to move through this difficult time and continue to honor God in all that we do during the time. We don't just honor God when it's good. We honor God at all times, and that's what the psalmist said in the 34th Psalm, the first verse, says, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. So I want to encourage you to remember that. Everything that I'm about to go over with you is going to be sent to you in a letter, on letterhead just like this, to your mailbox this week. They'll go out tomorrow morning, and they should be there within a few days. You never know sometimes how quick it'll get there, but it should be there by Wednesday or Thursday at the latest. If you don't get one, you let us know. But also, we will post this letter tomorrow. Once it's gone out, it's going to be posted on our Facebook page that you're watching right now, and it's going to be posted on our website. So you'll be able to read it there. If you know someone, we've also found out for our last mail out, we had a few folks that we needed that had missed the last letter. We got them added. If you know someone that's not getting that, please let us know, and we will be glad to get them added. It's very important. So I'm going to go over some stuff with you, and it's very important that we go by this the very best we can, because I believe God is going to use it for His glory. Finally, we've got some really good news, and the good news is that after Governor Ivey relaxed the order on public gatherings last week, it's opened the door for us to begin to not just prepare, but to get ready to proceed with in-person public gatherings, worship inside the church again, like we're so accustomed to doing so. So that being the case, yesterday afternoon I had the privilege to meet with our deacon body, and as you know, I never refer to them as a deacon board because boards sit still and do nothing. Bodies work and they make a difference, and that's what this body does. And thank God we've got some wonderful men who are fulfilling the responsibility of being a body that's working together for the glory of God and the good of others. So we met yesterday afternoon, and I shared with them things that I had been able to put together based on all of the articles and things that I've been reading and preparing during this time to share with them about how we could reopen our church as safely as possible. And after that, we made a decision that we will be able to reopen for public worship on May 24th. That's not this coming Sunday, but it's just a week from this coming Sunday. This next week will give us some time to continue our cleaning and continue our preparations, and a lot of things that I'm about to go over with you that are going to have to take place in order to make this the best it possibly can. These precautions and these areas of church programming are part of what is referred to as Phase 1 reopening. Your letter that you will receive only covers Phase 1 because we know how quickly things can change, and because of that, we know that we will need to be prepared for any alterations that need to be made, and any way we need to be flexible, we will communicate that immediately. So precautionary wise, we're looking at Phase 1 to be from May 24 to possibly July 31. So the last 2 Sundays in May and then June and July, these are the precautions that are going to be put in place. Right now, there'll be a sanitizing and deep cleaning of our church building, especially for our worship center, welcome center, and our bathrooms in that area. And of course, those will be of highest attention because those will be the areas that will be used pretty much exclusively during Phase 1. During that time also, as we're getting ready, you have been, we will also remind you that once the services resume, there will also be cleaning before and between services, and then of course after, to get ready for the coming week. I want to say how grateful I am for our building and grounds team. Brother Glenn Hyde is our chairman of that team, and he's going to help coordinate the cleaning teams that will help clean in between services, and it's such a blessing to see them working, and I'm grateful for them. We'll have multiple hand sanitizing stations available at the entrances, exits, and even in the worship center. So know that we will take that precaution seriously. Masks are optional. It's not that you have to do that, but you're welcome to do that. I always thought, man, all these years I've been pastoring, if somebody came in with a mask on, that meant bad news. But no, this is optional, and if it's what you feel most comfortable doing, please feel free to do so. We're working on having those available, and if you have your own, please feel free to use it. You won't offend anybody, okay? So don't forget that. We're also, of course, discouraging handshaking. That's hard for a preacher. That's what I've been doing all these years. It's what we're accustomed to doing here in the South. But we're discouraging that, especially here in Phase 1, replacing that with, hello, how you doing? How's mom and them? Wave at somebody. Nobody's being rude if they do that to you. It's just precautionary for you and for them, and that's in Phase 1. Also, during the worship service, we will have socially distant seating. That's the need for the extra service right now. Our ushers are going to assist you. Brother Robbie Brown is leading our ushers and is preparing to get all of them ready for this time that are willing to serve. The doors will be propped when you come to worship. Ushers will greet you. They will go ahead and find seating for you so that you don't have to find it for yourself, okay? And wondering if you're far enough away, and wondering if your family, yes, your family can sit together, but not members of not in your household will be distanced. And that's not for any other reason than to make sure we're following the protocol and guidelines set forth by us. I appreciate Brother Robbie and all those that will be serving with him on the usher team to make that possible. Also, there won't be any paper bulletins to be distributed. When you come, you will notice there will not be any hymn books, any pew Bibles. There won't be any visitor cards, no pens, no prayer request cards. Nothing will be in the pew racks. And sadly, that's just part of what we're having to go through right now because of the need to keep down the possibility of any spread. So it will be different. All announcements will be on the screen or will be announced. If you have any questions, we'll be glad to help you with any of that. We know that's different, but it's something we need to do right now. So those are the safety precautions we're taking in order here in Phase 1, which will begin May 24th and will continue approximately to July 31st, depending upon how things go. Church programming wise, there's also some things you'll need to be aware of, and that is, of course, you'll have the option between 2 morning worship services at 8:30 or 10:30. That gives us time for sanitizing in between services. But also keep in mind that as God sends people and as people come to hear the gospel, we will add as many services as it takes. I mean that. Because we are concerned about people and we are committed to the gospel. And because of those two things, we'll do whatever it takes to accommodate however many people come. So don't feel like, well, I would go, but they're full. If we get full with social distancing, we'll add another service. We'll do whatever it takes. Do that. And I know I can say that because I serve with many people who have the same attitude, that they'll do whatever it takes for the gospel to be furthered, for lives to be transformed. There's no price too big to pay, okay? So keep that in mind as we go forward. So between those two services, like I said, you got a card, please send it in. If you've lost it, go on the Facebook page or the website, take the questionnaire. That will help us be able to make preparations for the seating, okay? Many have asked about online worship. Will it continue? Absolutely. There's an option on the questionnaire that if you're not comfortable returning to worship right now, this preacher or no one is throwing a stone at you. Not at all. We throw no rocks, we throw ropes. We don't throw rocks to hurt, we throw ropes to help. So if you feel comfortable that you need to continue watching online and worshiping online for the foreseeable future, please feel free to do it, but please let us know that you're doing that so we can stay connected to you and we can still know that we're reaching to our family. So don't forget that. Brother Steve Wainwright has been a blessing. I cannot tell you how much, and just jumping on board and doing whatever it takes to get our video system up and going. We've made additions and some improvements that you'll be able to notice once we're back online. And our guys in the sound booth, Kim Minner and Tim Perry, thank you guys. Boy, they've been great, rotating in and out, doing what needs to be done. it's just been a tremendous blessing to see that happen. So online service will not cease. It will continue till Jesus comes, okay? That is all, will be Facebook Live, and it will be available on our YouTube channel also. So make sure you check that. If you lose anything, can't find it on Facebook, go to YouTube, search Heflin Baptist Church. All the devotions and all the services are there throughout the pandemic, okay? Sunday school is the next thing you'd ask. We've been having Sunday school live, and when we do the two services, what we'll do about Sunday school? Well, we're going to switch to a recorded lesson where Brother Steve, once again, is recording the student ministry lesson, and he's going to be recording, and once we meet in person again, the Sunday school lesson. They're going to be recorded on Tuesday evenings, and they're going to be available. Student ministry will be available on Wednesday at 5:30, and the Sunday school lesson for everyone else will be available on Thursday. So you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to watch Sunday school before worship on Sunday. So that's important. Sadly, we won't be able to have any Wednesday activities on campus. You know, it'll be a while before we'll be able to do that. That's why we had to cancel Vacation Bible School, which just rips my heart straight from my chest, because we can't have that many children in closed areas and things like that in phase one. So Wednesday nights there'll be no on-campus activities. We will have Wednesday night devotion at 6:30, so please don't forget that. Okay, it's going to continue. In phase one, we will not be able to assemble a choir. We will use our special singers, our duos, trios, our praise team, but we will not be able to have a full shoulder-to-shoulder choir like we've had in the past. That will not be possible during this time. We will not be able to have choir practice during this time. So keep that in mind for all of you who are in choir ministry. Or listen, if you've been blessed by the choir ministry and you feel like God's touched your heart about getting in it, then you listen up for when they're able to get back and you dive in, okay? Tithes and offerings will be received differently during the worship service. We will have a drop box at both entrance and exits. And but now you can also still use the online app, tithe.ly. You can access it through our website, or you can go to tithe.ly and search Heflin Baptist Church. It's a secure online giving app. You can continue to mail it to P.O. Box 116, or however you feel most comfortable to getting it there. You do that, and if you come and worship in person, there'll be drop boxes at both entrances, so don't forget that. One thing I will mention to you also is when it comes time for worship, we will have to, once you're seated, we talked about that earlier, and once our ushers have seated you, one of the other major changes that we have to deal with in phase one is our dismissal. You know, we're Baptists. We're used to saying, God bless y'all, have a great day, and everybody goes to eat chicken, but before they do, they shake hands, hug necks, fellowship, and if you're not from our church and your church is like ours, people hang around a little while and they get the fellowship, and we're certainly not going to go out there and run you off, but we're going to have to dismiss the sanctuary a little bit differently. We'll go over all of that once we get closer to that time and once we get there ready for worship. Now, once we get past this week, I told you the office will be open Monday to Thursday this week, 9 to 1. Next week, we'll return to our normal hours, 8 to 3. That'll be Monday through Thursday through phase one, okay? So the office won't be open on Friday during phase one for right now. If there's a need to change that, we will do so, but that is our plan for the foreseeable future, okay? Just a couple of things just to remind you also that all of these things are done with you in mind. All these things are done to prepare for you and your family's safety, and also to still make it possible to worship in person. So remember that. It's very important you do that. Now, over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do a little shift in the daily devotions because we've got a lot of other things going to get prepared. The next 2 weeks, we're going to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we'll give you updates on Monday. We'll do Wednesday night live, and then we'll do a week-ending update on Friday. Tuesday and Thursday this week, we won't have a daily devotion. So y'all please bear with me and give me a little grace on that as we get ready for other things to get ready to open. That will be the schedule for the next 2 weeks, and we'll update you from there on how that will go. This Sunday, May 17th, the worship service, we will talk quite a bit online, as it's an online-only service this week. Because between now and then, I'm sure we're going to have a lot more to share with you to get you ready to reopen on the 24th, okay? I just am excited to be able to know we've got a date out there. I hope you are, and I know you are, and I just want you to know that regardless of how you're able to worship with us for the foreseeable future, if you're coming at 8:30, 10:30, if you're doing online, just know that you're loved and there ain't a thing you can do about it. But I do want to say this to you before we go. Guys, when you come to worship and you see our guys, our ushers and our cleaning teams and our building grounds guys and all of our deacons, I just want you to know something. Just know those guys love you and they are excited to serve. I really just sense we have a tremendous whatever it takes attitude among our leadership. And I believe this, everything rises and falls on leadership. If leadership's fired up, then I guarantee you the people can follow fired up. So we're going to stay fired up, we're going to stay focused, and we're going to keep our attitude and our actions right, and we're going to see God do some great things. But I just wanted to share all that with you to kind of get you updated on Phase 1 reopening. Just know that we're going to be working hard this week, and we're going to be trusting God for great things. I will be back with you by video on Wednesday, playing 6:30 for Wednesday devotions. So remember that. Be praying hard. Be asking God how He's going to use you now and through the other side of this pandemic. And just remember, I can't forget to tell you that I love you. There ain't a thing you can do about it. God bless you. Have a great Monday evening. Enjoy your day tomorrow. It's going to be pretty tomorrow. Saw the weather, man. It's one thing I really love about being back in Alabama is I got James Spann back. Wow. You never know how much you miss him. Spano's the man. So nevertheless, he says it's going to be beautiful tomorrow, and I look forward to being back with you on Wednesday at 6:30. Hopefully got some more great news to share with you as we get ready to open this thing back up and see God just set in among us and just set His people on fire. God bless you. Have a great Monday. I'll see you Wednesday.